today's Casa Calendar update, where we let you know what's going on, and today we are getting details on ABQ Beer Week. Now, it may be called Beer Week, but I'll tell you this much, it's actually 11 days of awesome beer events. Now, these events will be going on from May 26th to June 5th. Now, joining me now is Jeremy Kinter from Tractor Brewing. Now, before I get into anything, we have to say drink responsibly. He's from Tractor.
Yes,
he says
absolutely.
drink responsibly as well.
I said it.
It's super easy to find a designated driver, and we're going to make it even easier for you. So during this interview, we're going to have some numbers scrolling so that if you guys are, participating, if you are drinking, you guys can find it even easier. So, that being said, let's jump into what is ABQ Beer Week?
Beer Week is, ABQ Beer Week is a celebration of our craft breweries here in Albuquerque.
Okay.
Well, obviously, but it takes place a week after American Craft Brew Week. And as you know, we have so many great and wonderful breweries, and we just want to showcase them to the public. So what we're doing is, it's May 26th through about June 5th.
Okay.
We're doing, every brewery's having an event a day, basically.
Cool.
Yeah, so
That is so exciting. Now, I feel like I see breweries popping up all the time. So why Albuquerque? Why is it so huge on the brewery scene?
Actually, I couldn't say why.
It started and then it's just growing.
It's something that I think Albuquerque has really taken to.
Okay.
I know that like some of the first breweries to start here were Santa Fe Brewing.
Yeah.
And we started up in 1999, but that was in Los Lunas.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so it just has really taken off, and I think Albuquerqueans have a taste for it, and especially like the IPA styles of beer, like where I think we've taken medals in the National IPA Challenge and Great American Beer Fest.
That's cool.
And Albuquerque has become famous for their IPAs.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about, we obviously have the Balloon Fiesta, we have the Tram, we have delicious food, but a lot of times when people ask me about Albuquerque, I say, we have a huge brewery scene.
Yeah.
So this is one way, if somebody has never kind of experienced the scene, they can check it out. So let's talk specifically Tractor. What are you guys doing?
We have a lot of really cool events going on. One of them is a beer and cheese pairing with Cheesy Street.
Okay.
So you get a...
Cheesy Street, is that the food truck, right?
Yeah, that is a food truck. So it's a grilled cheese food truck, and what you do is you get a flight of mini grilled cheeses with a flight of beers. So you have this tray that coordinates with each grilled cheese.
That is
awesome. It's really cool.
Okay.
And it's really fun. And one of our other big events is Battle of the Beer Geeks. We have 5 local brewing teams.
Okay.
These aren't breweries.
Okay.
So these are home brewers, and what they do is we set them up in our brewery with their beers. You pay $10, you get 5 flights, or get to taste each beer, and then you get a pint of your favorite one and vote on your favorite one, and then we announce the winner.
So these are people who are kind of taking it into their garage and they're actually...
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen online to where you can buy like a kit to make your own beer.
Yes.
Is that a long process? Do you know?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
that's crazy. I would never do that.
It's not instantaneous by any means.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Man, that is so cool. So, I mean, it's not even just going out to the breweries. We have people who are literally in their garages making their own beer.
Yes, absolutely.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really, the craft brewery scene is huge, and it's just so pervasive, and it's really big here, and it's cool that we have something like, we have our own specific week to showcase what's happening here in Albuquerque, craft brewery wise.
So now when you guys decide, okay, it's going to be ABQ Beer Week, are all of the breweries, like, are you guys all friends and you guys are like, okay, well, we're going to do this, and everybody's just put their hands in and they're like, ready, go team?
Well, I don't know. Not everyone participates every day. At Tractor, we take it really seriously, so we want to do something every day and do good, like really big and cool stuff. Like, for instance, on May 28th, we have our Bees and Seeds Fest, and we're permitting our whole parking lot. So, and then we're doing that again on June 4th, which is towards the end of Beer Week with Planned Parenthood, called Beers and Bands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is Bees and Seeds? I know that we've talked about that on our show, but what is that?
It's a GMO-free New Mexico initiative.
Okay.
So there'll be like a lot of local vendors there, beekeepers,
Cool.
and artists and bands, and they're just all promoting a GMO-free New Mexico.
I feel like you guys are kind of expanding it. You're not just making it about the breweries. I mean, you guys are working with a local food truck. That's so cool. So
Yeah.
you're keeping it local. You're keeping it in the
Exactly.
community. Now,
Yes.
Beer Week is not the only beer event coming up. The Blues and Brews.
Yes, and that's on May 29th.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be at Sandia Casino and Resort. It's going to be like dozens and dozens of breweries from around the state.
Okay.
And then a bunch of blues bands as well. So that starts at 3 p.m. and you could get VIP tickets that go from 2 to 3 p.m. And so in that case, like it's not you and hundreds of people, it's you and maybe like 100 people. But those tickets are a little more expensive.
Okay.
But yeah, it's one of the biggest brew fests in Albuquerque in the state. Period.
Sounds like a blast.
So yeah, you get your own little sampler and get to go around to different breweries and try out all their beers.
That is
So,
cool. Okay,
yeah.
so give me the dates one more time. And where can people find kind of a list of events?
Well, you could go to abqbeerweek.com.
Okay.
Also go to abqbluesandbrews.com to
Easy
purchase
enough.
your tickets. You could even come into Tractor Brewing and buy them in person. if
And
you
look
want.
for this guy.
And look for me. Yes.
Okay, thanks so much for
Yeah,
coming in.
thank you, Brittany.
Now, if you guys want a link to the websites he just said, we will have them. Just head over to casa.com. And if you have an event that you want to submit to our Casa calendar, head to casa.com, click on the local events tab, and then click submit. It's that easy.